Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Let's see, there we go. How are you guys today? Let me pull you guys up over here. Let's see. Hi Diane, thanks for joining me tonight. How was your day? It was pretty nice weather day out. It's getting a little warm, a little muggy. Let's see. Let me find my video here. There we are. All right. I'm just going to share with the group so that maybe more people will join. I see someone else popped on. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Yay. Happy Tuesday. Let's see. Just going to type a little something in here. Maybe it'll make somebody join. Anyways, you are on time. Yay! Thank you. I appreciate anybody who comes and joins me live. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to, hi Donna, yay, to join me. It really means a lot when I see faces on here when I'm doing the Facebook Lives. I know I've told you guys this before, but I used to do lives back a couple of years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago now, and no one would come and I'd be talking and I'd ask questions and I'm like, oh wait, nobody's here. So it's kind of depressing when you do the lives and nobody shows up. So I want to tell you guys, I've been super busy and I apologize. I will be getting out the gifts that I promised everybody last week who joined me live. There was, I believe, 5 of you. I've got to go back. I have it written down who joined me live. So anybody who joined me live last week, you guys are all getting a gift from me in the mail. I apologize. I've been so busy with everything. So I'm hoping that those gifts will go out this week, either tomorrow or within the next couple of days. So you guys do have something coming from me. I just haven't had a chance to get it. Today, I've got a really super pretty card to show you guys. I think it's pretty. I think you guys will think it's pretty. It's pretty easy to make too. Oh, yay, Deb's here. Hi, Deb. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited to see you guys here. I'm going to be using a gift that Deb gave me today in the video, and I'll show you guys. I'm so excited when I got the gift from her. But I'm going to be making a card today using Lighthouse Point. But before we get to that, I just want to remind you guys about the last chance products. They're going quick. They're going fast. So get your last chance products. There's quite a few left, but like I said, they are going fast and there's some great deals on them. So I offer a host code every month. Sometimes there's a couple in a week, or in a month. So just make sure you use my host code with every order you place under $150. That host code will get me rewards, which will get you presents from me. Oh, Dawn, you placed a huge order today. Yay! I've got my list. I'm waiting until July 1st. I've ordered some things, but I'm waiting for July 1st because as demos, we get incentives during the celebration time, which, can you guys believe celebration is coming again? But for however much money we spend during celebration, we start to accrue and we can get free products from Stampin' Up. So I ordered a couple of things, which I'm going to share with you guys. I have a sneak peek at one of the new products tonight. Usually I don't do them this early, but this is a product that if you join during celebration, my team, you will get this for free. Yes, we can pre-earn right now, but we can't, as demos, we get I think it's after $500 if we sell or somebody places an order, we get $20 in credit. That won't start until July 1st. So I'm waiting to put my order in. Plus I have to keep dwindling down my list because it's ginormous. So I might have to put in a couple, but let me flip you down and you guys will see my host code. Let's see here. just flip you down. I'm always afraid when I do that I'm going to hit a filter and my face is going to turn into an orange or something with all those filters there. Let's see. I think you guys are too close. Let me see if I can raise you guys up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Can you guys see me okay? Let's see. What do we got here? I think that's good. Yeah, yeah, I always forget about that, but you still get your celebration items done. So it's still a good thing to place your orders right now. I'm going to have a lot of customer orders too. I know I will. So that will help. But as you're ordering right now, as demos right now, when we pre-order between now and July 1st, we get to get all the celebration items. So there are a lot of them available, and there's some pretty cool ones. So I think you guys can see me well. Yeah, just what Deb said. We still will get our celebration items, so that's a bonus. And I don't want to discourage anybody from ordering, but just be aware if you're a demo that your rewards do not start accruing until July 1st. Let's see. All right, I think that looks good. A little crooked, but let's see if I can straighten you guys out. There you go. All right, so there's the host code. So that looks better. And let me bring in, I'm trying to find the card. Check out the card, you guys. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to make this card tonight. So let's see. Oh, you got 6 celebration items today. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really loving the new catalog and the celebration items. So, but this card here, it's really easy to make. I'm going to do this one, I think, without the fish. And that was using, let me show you. Well, that was, I brought in whale done, and I used the fish and the seagrass in here. But I think on this next one, I'm not going to use that. So this is Lighthouse Point. This is a super pretty stamp set, and it comes with coordinating dies, which there's your stamp set. You can see it better without the stamp set. And then all the dies that coordinate with it, you can bundle it and save 10%. Which, why wouldn't you? If you're getting the stamp set, get the dies, right? And then it has all these awesome sentiments with it. So I'm going to use this today. We're going to use the dies and the stamp set. And I pre-cut everything out to save time. But I'm a sucker for the Lighthouse stamp sets. So I think I have at least one, if not 2, older Lighthouse sets that Stampin' Up! Has given us over the years that we could purchase. So, but let me first, well, I guess I'm actually going to show you 2 new products that are coming out. This one I could not wait to get. I could not wait to show you guys. So let me show you. This is coming in the new catalog. Woohoo! I'm so excited about this. I'm a huge, if you guys don't know, which I think all you guys already know, I'm a huge embossing fan. I love to emboss. Love just the way that it just steps up your cards, and it's super simple to do. So this here is coming in the annual, or in the mini catalog, the mini July through December catalog. This is the embossing additions toolkit. I think the thing I'm most excited about is the embossing buddy is coming back. I cannot recommend the embossing buddy enough. I use it whenever I emboss. It's an awesome tool to have. It helps keep your embossing powders where they're supposed to be. So, ooh, Deb said she bought 2 and she's going to give one as a gift. That's awesome. So you get the embossing buddy. You get these tweezers, which are nice. They're plastic coated and you squeeze them to use them. So that'll be nice to hold your when you're embossing, so the heat doesn't burn your fingertips. You get this nice little brush to kind of put your embossing powders. I used it to kind of sweep all my embossing powders down. You get this tray, and this is where you would pour your embossing powder over, which I'll show you guys that. And then what's neat about this is you can unscrew the top, and then you can dump all your embossing powders in your little embossing cup. So I'm super excited about this. So I'm going to show you guys, we will be using this. But let me bring in all the pieces. We're going to do, actually, let me bring in one piece right now. I have a piece of basic white, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. This one here, we're going to do the background, this very pretty background. So let me get a scrap piece of paper to put underneath. I thought I had one. Yes, right here. So I'm going to use this because this is my paper I'm going to use every week until this host coat is gone. So I want something behind here because I'm going to be doing some blending of colors to create that pretty background. So you are going to need Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Polished Pink, and Mango Melody to create that background. Let me see here. My video. Okay, there we are. So let's go ahead. We're going to open all these up. My video is super laggy. Let me see. I'm like still showing my card. Okay, there we are. Phew, that was really laggy. So I'm going to open all these guys up because we're going to use all these guys. Or ladies. However you refer to your ink pads. And this is where these blending brushes are going to come in handy. So as you can see, mine are already inked up, so I know which ones are which. And we're going to use your blending brushes to create this background. So the first one I'm going to use is the Orchid Oasis. So let's see here. I just want to make sure you guys are, yep, you guys are still with me. So I'm going to take this and kind of dip it into my Orchid Oasis, get it on there, and then I'm going to go off to the side because you see how when you set your blending brush down, it leaves a dark spot. So if you go off to the side first and kind of rub off most of that ink, when you apply it here, it's not going to leave a dark spot. You'll be able to kind of make it a, you know, all even, so you're not getting blotch, I guess, in one area. So I'm just doing just the edges a little bit down into the edge, you know, down into the side, but up here it's kind of smaller and off to the sides a little bit more, and it gives it that nice darkened sky look. So this is my favorite. I love blending. Next, oh no. Okay, we're going to wipe that off because that will leave a mark. Let's wipe that guy off. Let's see here. Then we're going to take this guy, and I'm going to leave all my colors open because I might come back in and with the Orchid Oasis and might want to blend a little bit. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my Tahitian Tide. And I'm just going to kind of go and blend in the Orchid Oasis. I got a little spot there. That's okay. We'll use one of the clouds later to cover that up. So you kind of add that in, and you can see it's very, very subtle, which is exactly what you want. And then I'm going to bring in the Mango Melody, which will give it that, like the sun is shining through. And then this is going to go right in the middle. Just a light little effect here. And then finally, my Polished Pink. And that'll give it that little, you know, that nice pink haze you get when it's a nice warm day out and you're at the water and it's just, one of those picture perfect days. So I don't want to go too crazy. Then you can kind of go back through and blend a little better. So it doesn't take much to create this. And this would be a, hi Tina, welcome. Yes, better late than never, exactly. So, you know, this can be a great little background too. Like you don't have to use this just with the lighthouse. You can make this as a background and do a happy birthday card or anything you want. But I just love the way these brushes blend. So I think I'm going to keep it like that. It's nice and subtle, very pretty. I like those colors the way that they are. So I'm going to put away all these inks now because we are done. Except we're going to use the Tahitian Tide, but we are done with Polished Pink, Mango Melody, and Orchid Oasis. So we can actually put those right away. And then with the blending brushes, when you are all done with them, ink all over my fingers. When you're all done with the blending brushes, what you can do is run them under water, lukewarm water. And I'll show you one. Here's one that earlier I had a different color I didn't like. So I just ran it under lukewarm water, got the ink out, most of the ink. It will stain your blending brushes, that's fine. And then I just kind of tapped it a little bit on my sink to get the most of the water out. And then I'll just set it on my shelf and let it air dry. And it's good to go for next time. Do not run hot water underneath them. They will, if you run hot water, this head will pop right off. So ask me how I know. So not hot water, lukewarm water. So we are done blending with our blending brushes. So those we can set aside off of our work area. So in our stamp set, I'm going to use the Tahitian Tide to do the water. There's the stamp set, or this stamp right here. And I'm going to put that on a block. As everything's falling behind here. So I'm going to take, because it's photopolymer, some photopolymer sets, I don't use the foam mat. This one I wanted to. I feel like it stamped a little better with the foam mat. So I'm going to ink this up with the Tahitian Tide. I'm going to stamp it off once, and then I'm going to come in underneath this pink, and I'm going to kind of just stamp it down. And try to get it even here if I can. Yeah, that's not bad. It looks like waves of the ocean. So that's one we are done with. In here there is this other stamp set, or stamp. It's a bigger, almost like a circle oval shape here. I'm going to use this stamp. Let me just clean this one off and I'll get it off of this block. And I'm going to bring in crumb cake. We're still going to use our Tahitian Tide, but I want to bring in the crumb cake first. Clear, move this over a little. And we're going to take this, ink it up, and then we're going to stamp off once. And then we're going to stamp on the very bottom here. Stamp off once. Stamp on the bottom. And I think on this one here, I stamped off twice. So it's up to you if you guys want to. That'll give it that, you know, that look of like the sandy bottom on the ocean. So now we're done with the crumb cake. And then I'm going to take this stamp and I'm going to clean it off. And then I'm going to come back in with my Tahitian Tide. And I'm going to stamp it off and kind of fill in the blank spots here. And try to make it look like the water is not floating on top of the, there. So it looks like that. So now you have your water and your sand. So let me wipe this off, because that's what's great about the foam mats. You can either wipe it right off or you can flip it over and use the other side. But I want to get that off of there, because I know me. I'll end up sticking my hand in it, and then it'll be a big blotch on there that I didn't want. And embellishments only work so far. You can only stretch embellishments so far when you goof up on your project. So that's how the background would look. Isn't that pretty? I love that look. It just makes you want to get a chair or two and sit there and just stick your toes in the water and just let that sun pour down on you and just relax. Drink in one hand and a book in the other. So with this what is this called? Lighthouse. With this lighthouse, I've already die cut all the pieces, so we'll assemble that in a minute. I'm going to do the rest of the stamping, which is this piece here. So this one I use basic gray, but on this card I'm going to switch it up a little, and I'm using basic black. So let's do the stamping for that. So we're going to take our Emboss Buddy, that now that we have it back, although I have like 3 or 4 of these. I bought a bunch before they retired just because I love them. So you're just going to rub your embossing buddy on your piece that you're going to do the embossing on, and then we're going to bring in our Versamark. So in here there are a bunch of sentiments that you could use. I just like this one, your light shines brighter than you know. What a nice card to give to somebody, anybody, especially this time, you know. And Stampin' Up! Is doing I forget the name of it, but it's the next, for I think it was May and June, to recognize people who do some kind of kindness in your life. You know, it doesn't have to be anything huge. Simple little gestures, a neighbor, anybody. I'm a big fan of kindness, and I think kindness needs to be done every day for the rest of your life. So I've got the Versamark ink on here, and I'm going to stamp this down. I try to stamp this down straight, but it's hard with the camera, so all right, here goes nothing. Let's see. So I'm just going to hold this there a little bit, just to make sure that that Versamark ink gets on the paper and it gets nice and tacky, because that is what will make your embossing really pop. If you have enough, this is nice and sticky, and you get that stamped out pretty good. So I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but it is in there. So this thing, our little tray, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my embossing buddy all over the tray. So when my embossing powder is in here, hopefully it won't stick all over the place and it'll slide right down back into the bottle. So let's bring in our little tweezers. So here's our tweezers, and I thought silver on here would look nice. So usually I have the stuff embossed, but I figure for our video I can emboss it because I want to show off the new tools. I love the tools. So I'm just going to give it a little tap just to get off any excess. And it looks like we need a little bit more embossing powder up there. And then sometimes you can flick it. And let's see. That actually looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is, before we heat that up, I like to put back my powder because I've heated up powder before that I didn't want to. So I kind of just tap it, and you can see not all of it. There's still some there. So that's where you can use your little brush. Your little brush can also be used when you are embossing, and if some of the embossing powder goes off where it's not supposed to be, you can bring your little brush in and brush that off. So there you go. Super easy. Put the lid back on. And this doesn't, you don't have to use this tray just for embossing. If you're working with beads or, you know, maybe little things that you want to glue on, you can dump them in here, sort them. This tray is good for a lot of different things. So let me find my heating tool. I've got it over here. I just have to plug it in. So this part's going to get a little loud, but it won't take long. What you want to do is bring in your heating tool. And there's two settings on here, 1 and 2. 2 is the setting you would use for embossing. Number 1 is more for drying or heating something up that you don't want to, your inks. You want your inks dry, so you would use setting 1. But we're going to turn on setting 2, and you're going to let it run for 10-20 seconds. And then you're going to apply it to your project. So let me go ahead and turn it on. Like I said, it does get a little loud. It's not bad, but we'll let it heat up. And it's extremely hot down here, so you want to be really careful not to put your fingers there. Stampin' Up! Does have a guard around that tip of that because it does heat up very, very hot. So then what you're going to do is just take the heating tool and just apply it over your embossing powder. It's so easy to emboss. I just love embossing. And look at how that just pops right up once it heats. And that's all there is to it. You don't want to overheat. Once it starts to get shiny, you can tell when it's done, when it's ready. Once it starts to get shiny, then you want to move on. Some people will go on the back with the heating tool, which you can do that too. When you do emboss, it can warp some of your stuff. So just be aware of the different things. But embossing, if you can add that to your cards or your whatever kind of projects you're working on, it really makes a huge difference. It just brings out that stepped up look to it. So let's bring in the pieces to the lighthouse. So when you cut out this lighthouse on here, this was just my first card I did. You can see the background, the red background. I didn't want that. I want that clear. So when I cut this out, I just stopped it right there. I didn't cut this part out. So that's why it looks like that. Because I don't want that top red, because that's going to be your background piece. I thought this was the background piece, and I cut that out first. I'm like, nope, that's not it. So when you put this piece on, you can see, and this piece, you're going to want to cut the whole piece out, because when you put this on, see, now you have that openness, where before it just didn't look right. So that is this piece here. That's going to be your striped piece. And then they give you this little piece here. So we'll put that up there. And then there's these cute little clouds. This is the larger one that I cut out of here. So you have these little tags that you can cut out. And then you have the ray of light coming out of the lighthouse would be right here. And I'm not quite so sure what that is. Maybe it's the base. Maybe you can cut out a different base. I'm not sure. I haven't played with it enough to figure that out. But, and then this one here is like a little design piece that you could cut out. This right here is the kind of the balcony around your lighthouse. So I cut this out with the foil paper, the silver foil paper. So it's a really awesome little set, and especially now with summer coming, fun. But this is where I'm going to bring in the little gift that I got from Deb. I'm super excited. She gave me this bottle. It was empty, and it's for the liquid glue, your mono liquid glue. So I filled it up. It's got this little tiny tip. We do have a glue pen. Stampin' Up! Does offer a glue pen. I think it carried over. I've used it, and frankly, I'm not happy with it. I don't like it. I don't like the glue, and I love the liquid mono glue, so this is perfect. So, hi, Amy. Welcome. Put your glue in. You've got this fine tip here, and then it comes with this little cap that you can put on there so it doesn't dry out. When I looked online, you can get these at Amazon. You can get them on the craft stores. So it's really awesome. And it's great for these little tiny, let me bring this piece of paper back in because I don't want to get glue on that one. It's great for these little tiny pieces here. So we're not going to glue up here. So we're just going to focus down here because it's going to get glued to that red background. So this is great because you got that almost like a needle head on here, and you just give it a little squeeze, and it just is awesome. So thank you, Deb, for this. I was like, yes. I seen her using them on one of her Facebook lives. So I'm just going to put some of this glue in between here. And then down on the bottom. I'm going to try to flip this over without getting glue on my fingers. And then this is going to go, line it up at the bottom. And then what's nice about the liquid glue is you have a little bit of time to play with it. So we do still have the adhesive sheets. So that's another option you could use, is the adhesive sheets on this. But I wanted to show you guys this little bottle of glue. So there's the start of the lighthouse. So then I'm going to take this top part and I'm going to use this little guy again, and I'm going to just run some glue on here. You can also take a sponge and, whoa, that stuck right to my nail. You can also take a sponge and you can use your foam or your your silicone mat, and you can put some glue down on the silicone mat, and you could take the sponge and spread that glue right out and make it nice and thin, and then just apply it to the back side. That works too. But see how much better that looks without that red background there. So, and then this guy here is going to set right here. So with this, I'm just going to take the glue because it's going to hang off a little on the ends. So I'm just going to kind of put some glue on these 3 little middle spots there. And then a little bit of glue on the bottom and a little bit of glue on the top. And I'm not going to go all the way just because, and I'm also going to bring in my tweezers because that's a little ridiculous how tiny this is. These are, I tried to use the other tweezers, these guys, but they're just too thick. So these are my go-to tweezers. They're tiny. And then you're just going to lie this up here. I guess I didn't need to put glue on the middle of those 3 pieces, but. And then you can kind of get it even too because it's going to hang off to the side. You want to make it hanging off to the side evenly. That makes sense. So there you go. It looks like that. So there is your little lighthouse. And then this guy here, I'm going to take and just use my liquid glue here. And then I'm going to take this liquid glue and just finish it off here. So I'm going to put this so it's sitting right on the bottom of the rocks, I guess. And then these two clouds I cut out, and you can pop them up, but because I popped up this, I wanted that to be the just popped up. I wanted that to be more of your focal. I know the whole card is a focal point, but I wanted that sentiment to really stand out. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue. And I'm going to, see here, I'm going to cover up my ink spot over here. And then I think I'm going to take this, maybe put it a little lower, because I don't think I want to do the fish. So I'm going to do puffy cloud there, puffy cloud there. And then this one I'm going to pop up. Stampin' dimensionals. Love my dimensionals. So what I'm going to do here is because this is raised up a little bit, I wonder if I didn't pay attention if I did the, let me see. I don't know just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just this is bumped up a little bit, so I was wondering if it was going to have an effect, but I don't think it will. So I'm going to put this right about there, I think. And that actually, you can see more of the background. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and that didn't affect it just because that was bumped up a little. The only other thing that I wish was in this stamp set was birds. I wish there was little tiny birds. I do have an older stamp set, which I probably will put the birds in the sky, but I think that would really top it off. But isn't that pretty? Look at that, and those colors in the background. So then I just took a piece of the Starry Sky and used that as my card base. And then I will take, see, that was from the foam mat. I have Stampin' Seal, finally came in. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, put that on the outside, or on the outside of the card. And then put the other piece of basic white, which is cut 5 1/4 by 4, on the inside, because you always want to layer your cards on the inside with a piece of very vanilla or basic white. It just finishes off that card and just makes it nice, and plus it's easier to write on. So isn't that super cute? Oh, the Waves collection, Dawn. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. Hold on a minute. I love that I have smart stampers. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Oh, Dawn, I love it. Woohoo! Thank you, Dawn. That's the perfect bird for this too, isn't it? So I'll take this little bird. We stampers, crafters, we stick together, right? Oh, look at that, you guys. That is perfect. I don't think I want to put any more birds on there. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. So there it is. There's the card. Isn't that cute? With one bird from Waves of Inspiration. That's why Stampin' Up! Didn't put the birds in the Lighthouse Point, because you didn't need it. So super cute. It wasn't that hard to make, and it's really pretty. So I don't think I like the fish. I don't know what you guys think. That's the fish and the seaweed in there. I think I like it just like this, but that's kind of cute too. So that's that. I am finished, but I wanted to show you guys, if you guys want to hang out for a couple more minutes. I'll leave all the link, or I'll leave all of the information in the video on what I used and the measurements and stuff for this card to recreate it. You see how easy it was to create. But I want to show you guys, I haven't even opened it. So during Celebration, I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but this is the new mini catalog with the Celebration. So you guys kind of can get a little peek at some of the stuff. This starts July 1st. So I'll be mailing out catalogs to all my customers. And if you guys would like one, just let me know. But with this, the Celebration, during Celebration, which runs through July 1st through August 31st, when you join my team, this will go in your starter kit. So let's see. Yeah, Deb, that's true. Like Deb said, she said so many items and SU work together, but we have to figure it out. And that's where I struggle on trying to figure it out. The birds were perfect, weren't they? So this is, if you join my team in July or August, you will get this included, all of this included in your starter kit. This is the Making Plans collection. It is a planner. I'm a big planner fan, so let's open this guy up. So you will get this planner, which is really pretty. It's got a magnetic clasp to it. And then on the inside here, we have our do not eat packet. Don't eat that packet. Oh, this is super cool. You get a little pouch in here for stuff. You can slide stuff in here. This is cardboard that we don't need in there. Here's a little, what do you call it? Like a bookmark type thing. I think it's, yeah, you can just pull it right off of there, stick it where you want to go. Here's another little pocket. So you also get this stamp set that you can use. It's photopolymer in your planner. So all this awesome stuff. Keep track of things on this day, goals, notes. Look at all that fun stuff. You also will get, this is all new to me. I'm so excited. I haven't looked at any of these. I figured I would do it when we did our Facebook Live tonight. And I would love to have you guys on my team. Love our team. Great bunch of ladies. So you get 3 planner notebooks. So they are plain. I think they're all plain. Let's see. Nope, that one's got those little dot things that you can do. And then this one is lined. Oh, so you get one unlined, one with the little dots, and one that has the plain. So you get those. And then you get this big packet of planner stuff. Oh, that's a great idea. Dawn said to save the do not eat packets and use those if you drop your electronics in water instead of using rice. That's a great idea. You know what else I've seen these used in? People have saved them and they use them in like shaker cards. If they're the round ones. I don't know, this one feels, yeah, that feels like that. But they use them in shaker cards. So people are so creative. And then this here, you get your planner. So this planner runs from July 2022 through December 2023. So you get all your planner stuff in here. How fun. Got these things, weekly priorities. I don't want to mess everything up. Let's see. Okay. Then you have more places to write and stamp. Oh, pretty. They got little green leaves and Oops, that one. I don't want to mix this up. Then you have this, and then you have these little tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can really create this planner custom to your needs. So, and then you have a bunch of stickers. Put this back on here so I don't mess it up. You got a bunch of stickers, events, classes, ordering, recruiting. But this is one of the perks of, one of many perks of becoming a demonstrator is we can order this right now on our pre-order. Once July 1st comes around, we will not be able to get this, but we can order this and show this off to you guys to see, so you guys can see firsthand what you will be getting when you join my team. So this is pretty, that's a lot of stuff in here, there. Look at all that stuff. And then plus you get the stamp set and then the notebook. So if you guys are interested in learning more about joining my team, or, you know, the planner, what it comes with, or any questions you have about joining Stampin' Up, let me know. It's not a company that, oh my gosh, I have to sell and I have to do this. And it does help when you sell. It just helps you when you sell, but it's not a company that, you know, requires you to sell. You just have to meet your minimums. So it's definitely a great company. Let me flip you guys up here. To work with, because you get that, I like it because I get my demo discount, and I know my team loves their discount, and what a great way to save money and get your supplies. So I hope you guys liked that planner and my card today. I had fun with this card, and you guys see how easy it is to whip up a really pretty card like that. So all right, guys, I will let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been almost an hour. So I will talk to you guys next week. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing another live next week. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for being here. And everybody who was here last week live, your gifts will be going out sometime this week. So I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Bye.